welcome back to the stream, and yes, we do have this interruption whenever we have this interruption to go from qualifying to the race. We do that just so that people can just watch the race on its own. Right, I'm throwing my phone away. I'm fed up. I am getting. You know what? I've just said that I'm live on stream, and I've just got a bunch of stupid messages just come in about why I'm not able to take a phone call. So it's just, anyway, right. Personal problems. Don't want to put them on the stream, but it's very, very annoying. Right, I'm gonna forget about it. I'll look at my phone in 2 hours. Right, we are almost ready to go. A bit about strategy tonight, so the people can use whatever strategy they want. They can use any tyres, any combination of tyres. They can do whatever they want. Yeah, and you know what? We're actually up to 16 people, so someone must have left the lobby and come back. I don't know who it was. It was Addy. It was Addy, I think, maybe. I don't know. I definitely saw 15 people though in qualifying, and now we're 15 people because I'm the 16th. I thought it would count me in the 16. I got confused. I don't count towards the 16. Yes. Yep. I'm not very smart. There you go. There's the standings. There's the top 8, and there's the next one's Manos having a very poor qualifying. He's a much faster driver than the time that he's put in, so he's one to watch. We didn't really follow him, but he must have had a lot of mistakes. You know what? I really should have brought a bottle of water with me. I'm going to be talking for the next 2 hours, aren't I? There's a 2-hour race. Let's have a look at the weather forecast. I don't expect any rain to start with, and there isn't. The weather forecast says that in the last 30 minutes we didn't have any rain. So the way that this works is it doesn't show you the future, but it shows you the past. Very good way of doing a weather forecast, that is. Very accurate way. So yes, I don't think we're going to have any rain, and we are getting started. Enzo said in 1 minute, and that was 1 minute ago. We're waiting until 20 minutes past 20. So let's see. Yes, there we go. He's actually started it a few seconds early. 3, 2, 1. Wouldn't it be amazing if it counted down to 0 and then went to 2020? Here we go. So, where is first place? Oh, okay. Gran Turismo's being a bit silly. Do they have lobby problems? I don't know. Yes, they do. I think we're going to have a technical problem here. There is someone out of position, but let's see. The sound level seems to have glitched out. But there we go as Motorstorm gets us underway from Kevin. Nothing I can do about the sound level right now. We'll try and fix that throughout the stream. But Kevin already having a look there at Motorstorm as he uses the soft tyres to immediately go past. Yes, the blue flags I don't understand. Gran Turismo I think is just glitching. As Tiddy there having a good look at Bossman Alex. Yes, I don't know what's happened to the volume level of the cars, yeah, we'll try and fix it. Just listen to my voice. Let's see if anyone gets a penalty through the opening corners. Let's just go down the order as they are all approaching turn Tête Rouge, turn 4, 5, whatever it is. No one's got a penalty through Tête Rouge, which is surprising. Oh, yeah, Osman has. Oh dear, there's always one. Well, that's the bet that I've won. Someone would get a penalty on the opening lap. It always happens. Look at this, though. Unforgiven having a look at Motorstorm using the toe. Oh, Enzo all out wide. It's going to compromise his exit. He's going to come under pressure here from Osman. And actually, you know what? Osman didn't have the best of exits there, though. You know what? I'm going to just quickly click exit and see if I can get the sound to come back. I can't. We will try and rejoin the lobby once the racing has settled down, but it's too exciting right now. So sorry you can't hear the wonderful noise of these cars. But I think it is just some kind of glitch. But look how close they are together now. Kevin's got a slight strategic disadvantage here. He's taken the soft tyres, and he's going to be towing Motorstorm around most of this lap. And if Motorstorm can stay in that tow, then he's basically just going to get free lap time whilst being on the better tyre for the longer length of stint. Unforgiven, though, is giving Motorstorm a real race here. I had a feeling that we was just going to see Motorstorm just disappear off out of the slipstream range of Unforgiven. Mind you, look at Unforgiven, he's using the revs of that car, whereas Motorstorm is short shifting it. And look at the fuel level, already a big difference between the two. Enzo then is managed to get past Tiddy. So it is a Ferrari 4 and 5, but in a different order. Oh, it sounds fine. Okay, well, I can't actually hear the cars here, so yeah, okay, well, that's good. And we've got some more penalties. And by the way, Enzo has fallen off the track whilst I was reading out that message. Fiddlesticks, eggs and spaghetti, as Rufus might say. Is it Rufus who says that? Someone says that. Anyway, so Kevin is going to stretch his lead now, I think, as we go through the Porsche curves. This is where the soft tyres will be the most advantageous, and stretching the gap to more than a second. He's broken the slipstream now, so that strategy paying off now. Unforgiven is now struggling to get back in slipstream range of Motorstorm as well. Through the twisty stuff, Motorstorm really shining through. And then a bit of a gap back, 2 seconds almost back to Tiddy. As Tess has got a penalty as well. We haven't really seen how they pick up these penalties. After taking his penalty, Osman is still somehow in 6th place. I have a theory of why I can't hear anything and you guys can. I think it's due to the way that it prioritises audio for party chats and so on. So, yeah, as I said, once things have settled down, it's a 2-hour race, we will try and fix it. We'll just take a break and try and fix it. So Manos having a difficult start here. He's on the soft tyres. He's not made any progress on those softs. Very surprising. Manos being one of the quicker guys out there. He gives me a lot of trouble, does Manos. But yes, Kevin now quite a distance in front of Motorstorm using those soft tyres. Now, Unforgiven has got himself back within slipstream range of Motorstorm here, but he is just using fuel. Look at the fuel difference already. I would say that is a couple of, about 5 litres difference in that 71st position BMW there of Unforgiven. I don't know why they put 71st on the car. Oh, Motorstorm making a mistake. We don't see it often. Now, Unforgiven's going to pounce, and he gets him. Ah, right. Well, now it's Motorstorm's chance, though, to get the tow. He avoids a penalty for cutting the chicane. The penalty already severe enough. And so Tiddy also using a fair bit of fuel here as well. Let's have a look. He's revving not all the way to the red line, but sort of in between what Unforgiven and Motorstorm is doing. Tess getting yet another penalty. Oh, and we've missed it, but Enzo sweeping past Osman here. So let's go back on board with Oz. Is he going to get... Yeah, Oz has got a better exit. Oz has got a better exit here, and he might be able to line up Enzo into Arnage. Let's have a look. It's... you know what? Oh, he's backed right off at the sounds of it. Yes, and now Enzo pulling away. So he actually doesn't want to pass Enzo. that is some strategy going on right there. He's just saying, you know what, Enzo, you punch a big hole in the air and I'm going to follow you. He may be Welsh, but he ain't stupid. I'm going to get into so much trouble saying these things, aren't I? I don't care. As Enzo, look at that, yes, so Osman with quite a lot more fuel than Enzo. You know what, Rossi holding on really nicely here as well, but again, he's using all the tricks in the book. Is Rossi. He's used a lot more fuel, and he's on the soft tyres, and he's all offline going through Indianapolis there. Oh, great exit though. This could give Oz a hard time. Tell us a joke. Oh gosh, pay me. I'm trying to think. I don't really do jokes. I just do stupid anecdotes. Like, you know, when I was lost in South Korea on holiday, and I said, if in doubt, head south. The tour guide just looked at me with like a face of thunder. He's like, you can't say that in this country. Yeah, I mean, not very funny, but it's an anecdote, isn't it? Anyway, we're watching Rossi here. Look at this. This is a bit of a battle here. So Oz actually got passed by Tess in all of this as well. So I have no idea what's going on. You need to stop distracting me by asking me to tell jokes. It's hard to multitask. I can't even do one thing right at a time, let alone more than one. Look at this. Tess having a good old look at Enzo. Well, is he going to eye him up in the start there? Oh, he's gone very deep there. He's gone very deep. It's going to cost him on the exit, getting all out of shape on that exit. Tiddy. Oh, is that a technical problem for Tiddy? No, he's just slowed down a lot. Maybe he made a mistake, but we saw it there. As by the way, also Motorstorm has just got himself past Unforgiven, getting himself a penalty as well. I'm sure he'll forgive himself at least. Unforgiven doing very well in this race so far, but he's going to pay the price when he pits. He is not Tesco fuel saving at all. Why is it important, I hear you ask? Because the refueling rate here is so slow. I have seen old people move faster than the refueling rate in this game. I was looking for the word there. Yeah, I'm not very good with words to say I'm a commentator, but still better than my driving. So look at this, Enzo Unforgiven, having a look at Motorstorm down the straight, using more fuel and the slipstream. He might have a go into the next chicane, so let's just stay with this. Kevin now 6 seconds to the good. Kevin likes to use those soft tyres, doesn't he? Just thinking about how much fuel use we've got here, I think it's on 3 times. So it should give us about 10 laps of range. Oh, look at this. He's really having a look at it, isn't he? But can't get Motorstorm on the brakes. Is he just going to sit behind now? Yeah, and he's revving it all the way to the red line there. That gap will come down in the slipstream, and I think we might see him try to pounce through Arnage. Oh, he's not. He's deliberately wanting just to stay on the back. It's a weird way to save fuel, though, I must say. That is probably not how I would save fuel, but he knows he's got a penalty, so it's probably why he's doing it, because he knows if he gets in front, he's got to still serve that penalty. Now look at this battle, though. So Enzo with Tiddy. Tess has gone and got himself a penalty. Guessing it's going to be at Tete Rouge. That's where most of the people get them. This is a tight battle pack here, though, with Rossi having a look here as well. And actually, I've never seen that before. Tess actually just backing out and going, there you go, have it. There's minding your own and minding your own, and that was extremely generous there. I wouldn't have done that. I would have been an absolute git. But Rossi now on the back of Tiddy. Is he going? He's way too far back. So yeah, and he thinks better of it just as well, because that was never going to happen. as it is Ferrari on Ferrari here. You know what, we will try and stay with the onboard views because the headlight glare is too much as we have now gone into the night here at Le Mans. Oh, and look at that again, some backing out of the throttle. Yeah, I'm not a fan of doing that as a driver. I would just shift my fuel map to fuel map 6 or short shift, shove it in 6th gear, anything except easing off the throttle, because you know that ruins your momentum. And talking of which, Rossi going incredibly wide there. Now we've got another battle shaping up here. So, oh, Manos really struggling, Manos, as Oz is recovering. Oz has had some problems here, hasn't he? You know, he was doing well. He was up in 6th place, and he's kind of let it go just a little bit. Now, using a lot of curb there is Oz, and I think he might have a go here into turn 1. He might. Oh, no, because Tess is going to give slipstream to Manos, so that is going to protect Manos, and Oz is just short shifting anyway. Yeah, Oz is, you know what, he's doing something very clever actually. He's lift and coasting into the first right-hander there, because he knows that it will cost him the least amount of time to lift and coast through there. And Tiddy's got himself a penalty probably in the final chicane. Enzo now under pressure here from Tiddy, but obviously with the penalties and everything, Tiddy has used quite a bit more fuel than Enzo. And also using a lot of fuel is Unforgiven, who is now well out of slipstream range of Motorstorm, owing to taking that penalty. And yes, Motorstorm with a sizable amount of fuel. We're not really featuring Kevin much. Kevin is just minding his own business. Very consistent lap times though, just 2/10 apart on those laps. Pretty good for Le Mans, a track that is 4 minutes long. To be so consistent is quite a achievement, let me tell you. And further down the grid, so let's have a look actually in a minute at some of the guys in the lower positions, because I don't want to just talk about the same 5 or 6 cars. Tess getting himself another penalty here, and you know what, Oz will be on the back of Tess after that penalty, with Manos getting a penalty as well. You know what, when I race here, one of the things that I say to myself is just keep it consistent and keep it clean, don't abuse the track limits too much. You've got the potential to gain a few tenths, but the potential to lose a few seconds. And even the League 1 guys here, the Pro 1 guys, are making that mistake. And it is costing them quite significantly. It's even hard to see where we are on the track here. We've got quite a big gap actually between Manos and Hoyland. Hoyland, I would say, is leading the League 2 category here. I think we do have categories. The guys are scoring points for their individual championships here, because imagine if we just put League 2 in League 1 and say, you get no points tonight. No. So Hoyland is actually leading the League 2 battle here, as far as I'm aware. Actually, he isn't. Sorry, that is Tiddy, by some margin as well. And I think is Tess. Tess, I think, is in League 1 in this championship. So Tiddy about to take his penalty, and he's auditioning for England with his penalty-taking skills there. I make that joke every race, don't I? And Tess also taking his penalty. So did Oz just get a penalty there as well? I saw someone there. Oh, it was Manos, wasn't it? So yes, this will bring Oz onto the back of Tess now, with quite a speed advantage as well. So Tess is not getting involved. He knows that he's lost the momentum there, and Oz gets back up into 7th place. Now he just has to keep it clean. And how's his lap looking? I mean, he's only half a second off his personal best. Nice and tidy there through the exit of the Porsche curves. And yes, very tidy driving from Oz. He's found his rhythm, I think. It is the rhythm of the jungle, I've been told. No, it's not. It's probably techno. As Motorstorm has lost a bit of time here to Unforgiven, and it's because he's had a particularly poor lap. He has lost 1.5 seconds on that lap. Whether it was a penalty or whether it was a mistake, we don't know. But he has lost 1.5 seconds on that lap. And, well, Motorstorm will know, when you're racing against Kevin, that's not a good thing to have. Meanwhile, Kevin is within half a second each lap, but those soft tyres are now crying no more. Kevin does have a habit of taking the soft tyres and just putting his foot down. I think it cost him big time at Spa, almost cost him the win. I think this could cost him the win tonight, because this is one of the longest pit lanes out there. The Spa pit lane is also very long, but is offset by the fact that you skip a major corner, the last source hairpin, whereas well, I guess you do. No, you skip two chicanes, don't you, in at Le Mans? But they've put chicanes in the pit lane as well. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't know how long the pit lane is at Le Mans, but it seems pretty long. Right? I know a pit stop there takes about 45 seconds before you've even put the fuel in. But the true time of the pit stop is the time that it costs you compared to doing the lap on track. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a very noob mistake to say, just look at the pit stop time. It's how long you would have been on track. Yeah, we'll find out as the race goes on. Now, Motorstorm has really picked up the pace here. Now, as a racing driver, let me tell you, when you suddenly start going like 8/10 to 1 second faster around the lap, you start to question yourself a little bit as to why you couldn't do that on the previous lap. You start to beat yourself up a little bit, or I do anyway. So I wonder what's going through Motorstorm's head right now. It's probably just nice thoughts, because he's such a nice person, is Motorstorm. Meanwhile, we've got more penalties going down the order. Enzo has recovered from his iffy start. Enzo likes to beat himself up, but he's recovered quite nicely. It is a 2-hour race, and we are coming up to 20 minutes into the race now. I don't have the weather forecast because Gran Turismo doesn't tell it to me, and Oz has got a 2-second penalty. Oh dear. Cheese and sardines. Osman, what are you doing? Tess is almost out of tyres. As you know, Manos actually similar tyres, similar fuel between the two as well. Hoyland leading not leading our League 2 battle, as I said. He's second to our runaway leader, which is Tiddy. But to be fair, I think out of the League 2 title contenders, not many of them have actually turned up to the race tonight. The likes of Carlsberg and Rufus, people who are often at the sharp end. But still, not to take anything away from these guys, as Oz has served his penalty now and lost all of those places, and is now back looking at the back of everyone. And Motorstorm has lost a place. What has happened to Motorstorm? He's lost a bunch of time. Let's see how much time his mistake cost. We didn't catch it. Obviously, I can't be everywhere at once. Sometimes I'm not even somewhere at once. Terrible lap for him. He's just making mistakes tonight, and uncharacteristic, must be said. It has brought Enzo into play here. Enzo with the same level of fuel, the same tyres. This is a net 1.3 seconds between Enzo and Motorstorm. So Enzo on the prowl here, a 4:02.8 versus a 4:03.2 best lap for Motorstorm. Meanwhile, Kevin just now Kevin's got to watch it on this lap. Look at the lap times; they are going down in terms of like increasing, if that makes sense. going up. Okay, that's the word I was looking for. Going up. The lap times are going up. And that is because, look at those tyres. And this car will become a handful to control out of the chicanes, particularly with that rear left. The rear left takes an absolute pounding round here, and I don't actually know why. Oh, and Motorstorm has managed to get past Unforgiven already. Must have been a dive into the chicane. One of these times we're going to time it right and actually watch. Now, Unforgiven here might just back off and let Motorstorm give him the tow. He might not. He won't really know, I guess, what level of fuel Motorstorm's got as he follows him down into the second chicane. Oh, he's going for the move, I think. No, he backs out of it. Backs out. And this also will be putting Motorstorm off a little bit. Oh, and he made a mistake there, didn't he? He had to get out of it. But avoiding the penalty there is Unforgiven. Meanwhile, this now brings Enzo into slipstream range. Yeah, so, by the way, can someone else tell me in the chat, just to get a couple of opinions, whether you can actually hear the audio of the cars, the engine noise of the cars, because I know one person saying in there that they can, but good to get a second opinion as well. Yes, so Enzo then very close now to Unforgiven, in a much better position in terms of fuel. About the same on tyres, must be said. I'd say Enzo is probably going to lap 8 here. Maybe I was a bit ambitious saying lap 10. But the soft tyres can only last 6 laps, as Kevin is showing us. So yeah, a bit of a quandary on strategy then. I guess you would, if you're going to go for the simplest strategy, just go for 8 laps at a time on the on the mediums. Nobody has to use hard tyres here, as far as I'm aware. So it is just a free choice of strategy. And we just see Tiddy taking a penalty there. So that is going to put Tess right onto him. Look at the state of Tess's tyres. And how has Tess managed to wear out the front left more than the rear left? I don't know. That is some driving, Tess. And it will be a handful through the Porsche curves. And yes, Tiddy just driving away from him there on his better tyres. Kevin pits, and I think the other guys are going to pit. Look at him holding on to the car there. It was moving side to side on him there, and again there, look at that drifting from Tess. Just not enjoying the car as we see Manos go wide. Did he get a penalty for that? Yes, he did, as Oz now will just stay out, and he'll just say, I will have that place please. Oh, Oz taking a lot of curb there though. Is that going to be a penalty? Yes. Oh, and a big one as well. We saw it. We actually saw that one. He deserves a driving ban. He's a menace to society, that man. Yes. What awful driving. Now, you know, the gap between Motorstorm and Enzo has shot up on this lap. They both had relatively clean laps there, though. But so I'm a bit out of the loss as to how that's happened. Oh, and it's happened on this lap. That's why. And Enzo now about to get himself another penalty as well. That will probably be a penalty. This promotes Osman up into 3rd place, by the way, after everyone's pitted. Now look how slow the pit stops are here. I said I've seen old people move faster than this. Yes, I saw an old person in town yesterday, and he was going at least twice this speed. At least twice. Yes, I think that... Oh, the guy on the left moved. He look at the photographer. The photographer is the most active person there, as he takes a still picture of clearly moving people. Oh, it looked like... so Manos gets a penalty in the pit lane as well. He's not obeyed the pit lane limits. let's have a look at where Kevin's ended up. Kevin's ended up in 6th place. He's gone for the soft tyres again. So he is committed to pitting every 25 minutes. So let's do some maths. 25 into 2 hours goes how many times? You know what? It's going to cause him an extra pit stop. It is going to cause him an extra pit stop. Is he going to have enough pace to still come out in the lead though? That's the question. Has he taken less fuel as well? I think he has. Yes, he has. Okay, so at least that's a plus. That he doesn't have to put in as much fuel, but he will still need the same amount of fuel for the whole race. As Motorstorm then is now quite a long way clear of Enzo. Enzo having a lap to forget here. He's lost another 8 tenths in sector number 4 there. And once you've lost them, it's hard to find them again. Yes, we are now in the dead of night. It will start getting lighter soon. Osman adding to his penalty collection. Soon he will get a driving ban. And this is what I mean. I'm not going to say where I would be if I was in this race, but I'm quietly thinking to myself, if I was taking part tonight, I would be up there at the front. Maybe not on Kevin or Motorstorm, but seeing a lot of mistakes from people tonight, and I don't want to say that I'm, you know, amazing or anything, but I just know myself very well. I know that I wouldn't have been making the mistakes because it's not the way I drive. I don't drive at 100% in the race. I drive at 95, and I think these guys are all pushing to the limit here. That's what I'm seeing, and it's costing them. As Enzo losing 1.4 seconds with that penalty, even though it was a half a second penalty. You have got the acceleration and deceleration to do. Now, Motorstorm wasn't able to make it another lap. Oh yeah, only 6 litres of fuel on board. I think that means Enzo's probably also going to pit. Yes. And Oz is the only one who's got enough fuel to do an extra lap here. Now this is interesting because they haven't managed to make it to 30 minutes. It does mean that they're going to fall short of saving the pit stop. So Kevin actually might be on the right strategy here. It's only a bad strategy if it costs you an extra pit stop, and they've not made it to 30 minutes, which is obviously 30 divides into 2 hours 4 times, so I'm told. Oz is actually in a good position here then. If he could just drive within the track limits, he'd be in with a chance of actually winning the race. But I think he's done too much damage with all of these mistakes. He just needs an absolutely super end to the race now. Let's watch him a little bit and see what it's now. This is looking like a good lap. He's kept it within the lines this time. He's actually using full revs there as well. It's interesting. Maybe because he thinks he's got enough maybe he's falling for a bit of a trap here with the fuel. If you see that your fuel says 1.3 laps left and you think, okay, I might as well use the extra 0.3, don't. It's a bad idea. It's going to cost you in the pit stop. The pit stop will be longer. Just keep saving the fuel, mate, and have a shorter pit stop. It is the way. This is the way, as they say in The Mandalorian. He is matching his personal best, but that is because he started saving some fuel now, though. So maybe it was a one-off. Maybe he just decided to rev the car out just for shits and giggles. He is Welsh, after all. And Kevin then in second place now, after people have stopped, with a... Oh, you see, Motorstorm switched strategies here. Motorstorm has maybe realised because he couldn't make it to 30 minutes. Yeah. See, that's also, if I'd have been practicing this and been in this race, I would have been doing my damnedest to make sure that I can go 30 minutes and save a pit stop. I wouldn't have done all the maths on the best strategy, but, you know, I just apply a bit of logic in here, like how many times does my number of stints divide into 2 hours? I mean, all this strategy could go out the window because it could rain. Has anyone got the weather radar on here? No is the answer, as we look down at the back of the grid, by the way. So yeah, Retrovine having a nice battle here with Ninky, although he has got a penalty. Ninky could always get one as well. They are very popular, these penalties, as actually Retrovine's got another penalty, just as I was saying that. He went wide there at Tete Rouge. Yeah, let's give some of these guys some attention. And again, we have to try and use the onboard shots as much as we can. Yeah, it's very dark, very hard to see. Headlights are annoying. Oh, he goes for a move. That move isn't on. That is not a move. That is a dive. That is very poor. Well, he's given the place back, but yeah, that's not how it's done, my friend. We saw it live. Hey, you know, we say nice things about people every now and again, but I tend to just be quite mean, don't I? So Hoyland is quite clear of Black Star there in 10th place. Now Enzo's got a lot of traffic here. How's he ended up behind all of these cars? That I don't know. He won't be enjoying this. I think it's because the other guys, I know why it is, it's because the other guys pitted so much earlier than him and were then on fresh soft tyres that they've actually undercut him here. This will have quite the impact on his race. He will want to try and get past them because they could be driving slower than him, holding him up, getting in battles, as Oz does finally pit with a single litre of fuel left. I think he was doing that on purpose, though, that he might have just been using the extra fuel. But he's made it past the 30-minute mark. That's the important thing. Making it past that 30-minute mark means that he saves a pit stop. So, yeah, I think Oz could be in the driving seat towards the end of the race. He's going to be the dark horse here. He just needs to stop getting silly penalties. As we continue on with Enzo, taking a very nice line there through the fourth curve. See, I say nice things every now and again. That'll be £5, Enzo. Yes, very, very nice. Well, he's a bit wide on the entrance to whatever the final corner's called, and yet that does cost him on the exit. Yeah, now Rossi pulling away slightly because of that as well. Osman will probably be going for a smoke whilst this very painful pit stop happens. Meanwhile, Unforgiven has got himself back up into third place. He is a lot further down on fuel though than everyone else. He's on lap 7, yes, that fuel maybe would be the reason why. Well, that's the reason why Motorstorm is now 10.8 seconds in front. Right, they were nose to tail, were they not? If you was watching earlier in the stream, like a good boy, they were nose to tail. They are no longer nose to tail. That is because Unforgiven's pit stop was that much longer. Kevin out there pretty much in La La Land on his own, as Tiddy gets a penalty. Yet another penalty there. Manos's race is starting to come back to him a little bit, but this is the battle pack here. We've got Rossi sizing up Tess here. Is he going to go for the move? Am I going to decide which camera to use? Oh, and Tess again getting out of the way. Tess is just such a gentleman, and I don't understand why. I wouldn't be giving away any places, whether I've got a penalty or not. Is it because he wants the slipstream? Is it actually that he's not a gentleman, but he's a genius? Could be. As Manos now having a look at Rossi on the outside there. Oh, now he's lifting again, and Enzo's just going to walk through there, getting the toe here off Manos in front, and Tess coming in behind now. So a free place there for Enzo. Enzo taking some risks there on the brakes, but he does a good job of it. I think it might have actually slowed his exit down a little bit, and Tess is now going to apply some pressure. Bump drafting, by the way, is not allowed. That will get you into big trouble. Alex will spank your bottom if you do that. In person, he will come to your house and do it. So no bump drafting allowed. That's bump, not bum. The penalty for bum drafting is even higher, trust me. I'm not going to talk about that, only to my therapist. As Enzo then setting a very good middle sector because of that toe, not because of his driving, because he did miss that apex, so I'm not going to let him forget it. And we can, you know what, we'll use him as a camera car to watch Manos battle with Rossi here. Just checking if Rossi have got a penalty, because sometimes they don't render from this distance. Yeah, so Enzo going out wide there on the entrance to Indianapolis. Again, I'm such a jerk, aren't I? It cost him some time though. Yeah, so Manos though not able to do anything just yet about Rossi. They are on the same tyres with the same amount of tyre wear. Just checking there's no battles elsewhere, so let's keep following this one. I don't think anything's going to happen through the next couple of corners. Actually, you know what? Tiddy must have made a mistake because he was further ahead than that. Getting all out of shape. Yeah, 1.7 seconds down. Oh, and he's drifting that car. I've seen this from Tiddy. I don't know if he uses a controller, but it looks like he does with the way that he's jinking the car left and right by the scruff of the neck, and it's costing him some lap time here. Rossi is reeling him in, and look at the front left tyre there as well. So a bit more wear on Tiddy's car, and that is solely driving style because these guys are both in Ferraris, both with the same number of laps on the tyres as well. So Manos then just taking his time here a little bit. He's just going to get that toe now. The gap coming down as we go into turn 1. Is that called Dunlop? The Dunlop chicane? Have they renamed it? Because it's no longer sponsored by Dunlop, is it? I think it's now actually Bridgestone. So I wonder if they've no, not Bridgestone, Goodyear. So I wonder if they've renamed the corner. It'd be hilarious if they haven't. Yep, and Manos there, so keeping the pressure on Rossi. He just needs to stay within that slipstream region, and then he can have a go as we exit Tete Rouge down the Mulsanne straight. And so Rossi gaining a little bit through Tete Rouge there, but now comes the slipstream. Now comes the difficult part, being that lead car. So let's follow on from the bonnet. And you know what, the gap not coming down massively. These are different cars though. This is the Aston Martin. I wonder if it's maybe just not got a drop. Yeah. So Manos very late on the brakes there. Now Rossi could get a penalty there. That is a forbidden bit of tarmac as far as I'm aware, but he's got away with it. He's gone on the forbidden tarmac and survived. For some reason Gran Turismo doesn't like you going to the inside on the exit there, but yes, Manos taking advantage. I thought Manos had gone deep, and Manos's line wasn't perfect, let's be honest. Oh wow, and we've got Rossi coming back at him. Let's go from this view. It's a computer game, why not? Rossi taking the place back, meanwhile Enzo just watching all of this. Enzo, I think, so long as Enzo can do the lap times that he wants to do, is fine to sit and watch these guys, because they are on soft tyres, and those tyres will slow down, and then Enzo can take his chance. Enzo just watching the battle there. What a viewpoint. Oh, they've hit each other. This has definitely cost them both time. As look, oh, and Enzo's hit into the back of Rossi though. An accident there. Enzo just didn't see that happening in front and just couldn't react in time. Now that will cost him time. This is where the race can go away from Enzo a little bit, because he's actually he's in a race with Unforgiven, who is roughly 8 or 9 seconds up the road. As we watch Tiddy, oh, getting a massive snap there through Indianapolis. Tiddy says he's looking forward to racing against me in the GR2 mixed class series next Saturday. Careful what you wish for, my friend, because if you're making a mistake like that in front of me, I will pounce and I will try my best to take the place off you. I do sound like I'm being incredibly big-headed, though. I'm basically just watching other people going, yeah, I made loads of mistakes, and I wouldn't. Trust me, I'm sure I would have made a few mistakes. But I do like this track, and I'm not sure I would be getting all the penalties, because I don't tend to get penalties around here. Enzo then on the back of Rossi now. I think those tyres just starting to go away from Rossi, yes. And Enzo with a lot more fuel on board. Oh, Tiddy's gone and got himself a 2.5-second penalty. Didn't see where that was, but it was somewhere in the Porsche curves, I think. So he's got quite a long time before he has to take it, but that is going to put him right in striking range of Manos. I know the gap there says 4 seconds to Manos, but trust me, it's more than a 1.5 second penalty. That will slow him down probably to 50 miles per hour on the entrance to the Porsche curves, which was one of the fastest parts of the track. So it's quite a severe penalty. It's almost as bad as the death penalty. Yes, it's just one step down from it in a way. I don't know why, but there was a twang of Scouser in what I was taught, in my accent there, I don't know why. But anyway, just a twang of it, not full Scouse. Anyway, I should start doing some accents throughout this. I've been told I can do some fairly good accents, but I have to have the right words to say, otherwise I don't sound right. I have to have like the right phrases, you know, like a canico. You know, that sort of thing. I don't know how it comes over through a microphone either. But yeah, chicken, canico. Anyway, we're not going to get there. We're not going to get into that, right? We are 43 minutes into the stream. Panic has run out of things to say, and he is now just offending the people of England. We'll do Scotland and Wales. Don't worry. We'll piss everyone off by the end of the video. Yeah. How do you do a Greek accent? That's one I don't know. What's happened to Oz as well, by the way? He's quite a long way off, and his lap time. Actually, no, his lap time's not too far off what he's been doing though. 4:05 isn't too bad. I understand what he's doing here. He is saving a lot of fuel, but I am starting to wonder whether the fuel that he's saving is actually going to be worth it over the race distance. Because a 4:05, let's compare that to someone who isn't saving fuel, a 4:02. Well, he is saving fuel, he's not saving as much. Well, actually, as we go on board here, Enzo versus Manos into Arnage. He thinks better of it. He's already got past Rossi. Sorry we missed it. But this should be the easier of the two overtakes for Enzo, because now he's got a tow, but but Manos hasn't got a tow, whereas Rossi did. I think he's going to try and defend here from Rossi. Yes, and Rossi just backing out of it. Manos, giving away some time at the end of the straight. And Enzo likes to take that wide line on the way through Indianapolis there. I think that's costing him time on the exit of Indianapolis though. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong, but I think it is better to just lift off, stay to the right. That's what we saw Kevin and Motorstorm doing, so he can sweep across. Now Tiddy has taken that massive penalty that we spoke about. I said it would bring Manos really close to him. Now Tiddy is a driver, I guarantee you that he's not going to give way to Manos. Absolutely no chance. But he might not have a choice in the matter, because Manos has got much better tyres. Look at the state of those tyres. Manos with his brake bias all the way to the back. Not sure that's the best thing to do, because the rear tyres take a beating around here. But yes, these soft tyres now are definitely at a point where they'll be slower than the mediums, and they're both going to stay out. I think they've got one more lap on this set of tyres, taking us up to the 15-minute mark. As it's now gone light as well, by the way, so daytime is here. No idea what the weather's going to do. It could still rain. It could come. As Enzo now putting pressure on Manos. Is he going to go for the move? Let's have a look. He ducks up the inside, but can't make it stick. It is like Tesco's own brand Super Glue. You just can't make it stick. And this has also allowed Rossi to stay in touch as well. Look at the lack of wear though on Enzo's tyres, and he's got to time this very carefully now because he's too close there to Manos. Oh, Manos getting a penalty for sure. I think Enzo's going to get one as well. He does, and yeah, they both get penalties. And at the same time, this has opened the door for Rossi. He was just holding back, and I think he knew what was going to happen there, did Rossi? Oh, Rossi got one as well, though. Didn't see it, because it was happening in the rear view camera. But look at this, slipstreaming, going crazy here. Is he going to try and pounce? He does. He pounces into the chicane, and Rossi doesn't fight it. And now he's got the run here on Manos. So they are going to keep their positions with all these penalties, and it was actually quite an okay lap, that last lap for Enzo as well, a 4:03.9. But this stint has been messy for Enzo, and he knows that it's all because of the traffic. Now, oh, he's going to the other side there of Manos. I'd have gone left, but yeah, well communicated there. Manos not fighting it at all. Now Manos has got to keep his eyes on Rossi. Oh, bad exit for Enzo though. Bad exit for Enzo. Perfect exit for Rossi here. He's going to have both of them, I think. Oh, he's too close. He's too close. But I think he's just going to use the fuel here to get past. Yes, he's just revving it out. As Manos gets an additional penalty for some reason. Maybe Gran Turismo's slightly racist. As he holds it in the inside into Arnage. Tess is going to take all of the places here. Tess not really featuring in this battle, but if he can just stay within a whisker of the two cars in front, he's going to have them. As Enzo now catching onto Tiddy, who's also got a penalty as well. There's just so many penalties, and it always seems to be Tete Rouge that gets them. Which is a place where you don't gain that much time if you get it perfect. Much better line there for Enzo coming out of Indianapolis this time. That was much tighter and earlier on the power. As Kevin makes his next pit stop, we are going to see all of the soft runners pitting on this lap. Look at this though, Enzo playing the advantage perfectly. And you know what, I said it would be strange if Tiddy just gave way, but he did. Maybe because his tyres are absolutely shagged, to say the least. Let's watch him go through the Porsche curves with no rear left. Gosh, that takes some balls. As now Rossi has managed to get past Manos. Obviously Manos with a bigger penalty than everyone else, because he's Greek, apparently. Rossi has mowed the lawn there though. This is going to give him dirty tyres on the exit of the Porsche curve. Oh, and they've come together, they've crashed, they've hit each other, and Manos just drives through the middle of them. He just goes yoink, and well, you know what, I don't think Rossi spun because of the contact. I think it was because his tyre had absolutely gone. Where it had gone we don't know, but it had gone. As they all pit. That was quite chaotic. Now, Unforgiven though, having to pit at the same time as these guys, I think if Unforgiven's going to use the amount of fuel he's going to use, I would put on the soft tyres. Don't know. That was awesome, yes. We were in the right place at the right time for that one, weren't we? The popcorn has been truly eaten. Yeah, so I was saying Unforgiven though, I think should be putting on soft tyres if you're only going to go 7 laps. then use the soft tyres and hold on to them on that final lap of the stint. So Osman is actually now in front of Kevin. For how long? I don't think very, given that Kevin is on the soft tyres and he is also Kevin. So let's have a quick look. I said I would leave the lobby and come back in to try and reset the audio just for myself, because I can't hear the bloody engines here. Kevin getting past really quickly. It is the Ford GT as well, which is the fastest car down the straights. I'll just tell you quickly, by the way, sidetrack. The Ford GT, fastest car down the straights. It has the worst brakes out of all the cars, and also slightly questionable downforce, but it's also the most stable through low-speed chicanes. So it's got its strengths, but it's also got its weaknesses. It also tends to use quite a bit of fuel as well. The Ferrari, reasonably good on fuel, not particularly fast in a straight line, but very fast in the high-speed corners. Just to point out, all of the GR3 cars in Gran Turismo, quick fact, if you didn't know, they have 3 downforce levels. There are some cars that are low downforce and some that are medium and some that are high. If you go and look at the cars in the BOP, you'll see which one's which based on the downforce in the settings. Some of them have 400, some of them have 600, and I think some of them have 300. I think those are the 3 levels. So the Ford is the lowest of them, the Ferrari is the highest of them, and then all the other cars are somewhere in between. Well, I say somewhere in between, they'll be the other number out of the 3. Not many people know that though, because not many people actually go through the settings and actually take a look, but that's the way it works with the bot being Gran Turismo. Obviously all the cars have different amount of power, Gran Turismo balances them. So Enzo now in clear air. What lap times is he putting in the clear air? That's the question. Is he taking advantage of it? Time will tell. I tell you what, time won't tell, I will tell. And I am tired. As we go up to the Porsche curves in this Ferrari. Let's watch his line in. Very neat and tidy there. Important to be on the power as early as you can. Very nice and tidy. Doesn't look like we're going to get any rain, does it? Looks like quite a sunny day. Maybe I should have brought an ice cream. Oh, he's wide. He's wide. It's going to cost him on the exit here. Does delay him a little bit. He managed to keep it in the lines. He doesn't get a penalty. As Motorstorm is about to pit. Yeah, Enzo can probably... He might even be able to make it 2 more laps here. If he can, he's back on the same strategy as us. So let's see what his time is though. A 4:04. Could be the tyres that are just slightly going off. Even the mediums do go slightly. Kevin then... If Kevin does have to make the same number of pit stops now as Enzo, then this is a net race for first place between Enzo and Kevin. Oz managed to get himself a penalty. Haven't seen his other laps, but actually his lap time is now looking quite decent. I thought his 4:05s was because of the amount of fuel saving he was doing, but it might be because of his driving. Nice lines through there. That was sweet. But he gets a penalty for it. Well, what's interesting is that in the time trial online, you can definitely do what he's just done. So maybe that's what's catching him out. It's just that for some reason the track limits seem to be different. He'll be swearing in Welsh, which is the same as swearing in English. It's the same words, it's just in a Welsh accent. Yeah, so Blackstar up into 5th place actually, but he's on the mediums, he hasn't pitted. He has some quite slow laps by the frontrunner standards, but they're quite fast compared to League 2 standards. So, you know, we have got 2 divisions in our race. Tiddy has come out of the pits some way down, but in front of, well, actually I say some way down, but there's basically just a gap here between Tess, Tiddy and Manos. Now what happened with Manos, because he awesomely overtook both of these guys, and Rossi as well, and now Manos, well, he's still in front of Rossi, but he's behind the others. So they've all shuffled around in the pit lane, and I'm not quite sure how. The lap times tell the story, 4:57, 4:53, 4:56, 4:58. So basically Tess has had a really fast pit stop. I wonder if it's fuel related, because I wasn't paying attention to who was using the most fuel. Because I thought it was all about equal, but maybe not. As Tess has got a good chance here to get past Tiddy at the penalty line, with Tiddy having quite a big... Oh, a big slide there. Brown pants moment for Tess. Clean up in aisle 3. Tess leaving skid marks, not on the track. But he survives, maybe because of something called traction control. But yeah, you know, it's not got traction control on. He actually saved that himself. Wow. Nicely done. In that case, I'd give you a 10 out of 10 for drifting. Let's see his line through here. Using first gear to get the rotation there, and then short shifting to third gear. Very nice. That's like what you see the aliens doing in time trials, going like first then third, like second doesn't exist. This is a very neat and tidy lap here from Tess. Let's keep watching him and eventually jinx him into dying. How is he going to go through Arnage? Is it Arnage? I think it's Arnage, isn't it? Oh, very nice, very nice. And the lap time shows the kind of pace he's got. Oh, I think he's going faster though, because he was on mediums on the last stint. He is on softs on this one. See, I pay attention. I'm not thick. I may be from Yorkshire, but I'm not thick. Yes, I've had my Weetabix tonight. Enzo finally pits. Let's see where he comes out. Now look at the line there that Tess is taking. That is the line I thought Enzo should be taking, but he then made a bit of a hash of it through the second apex. Now careful not to murder Tiddy here. Tiddy is actually on the medium, so they've swapped around. Tiddy's gone no more softs, and Tess has gone I'll have softs. Retrovine up into 7th, but he has come to pit. And his strategy, now that looks to me like he's going to be able to make the end as well. Make the end, make it without an extra pit stop. As Oz continues on, and yeah, so Oz has got plenty of fuel here. He's going to pit at the end of this lap, I dare say. There's no point in staying out. Kevin's pulled a big gap, but Oz will just be focusing on his race. Penalty! Penalty! Are we going to get one? Are we going to get one? Yep! Called it. Wait, told you. Yeah, they're all doing it. Oh, Motorstorm getting all out of shape. Not like Motorstorm at all that. Noah. Oh, hey, what a drift! Hey, I don't know if that was lag or whether that was a that was just stylish. Let's now Unforgiven. It's your turn. Impress Panic with a drift. Boo! No drift. Didn't even get a penalty. Boo! Mr. Tickles has got himself a penalty. And this is going to eventually give Manos the place. Yeah, that's a penalty for Tiddy, also getting him demoted past Manos as well. Didn't see that on camera, but again, can't be everywhere. But it'd be great if I had like a production team actually showing me footage. And if they can't show me footage, then just feet would be nice. I like feet. Anyway, let's not lower the tone. What's Tess doing then? So Tess is on the softs, isn't he? We just said that a minute ago. What's his line going to be like through the first chicane? Oh, he's using that first gear very well, and that shift into third. That is nice technique. I do like it. Yeah, 10 out of 10. James got the penalty. And by the way, if anyone has stumbled upon this stream thinking that it's actually Le Mans, it's not actually Le Mans, okay? But you should still subscribe, because this is better than Le Mans, okay? This is 10 times better than Le Mans, because you've got me, right? You wouldn't have heard this much nonsense on the commentary on Le Mans, let's be honest. They'd be doing boring interviews with the team managers and with the drivers and things like that. And, we can't do that, so we have to talk nonsense. It's my job to talk for another 59 minutes. I've now run out of water, which will be quite interesting. Might have to take a break in a moment. But I said that we would take a break when the action goes, but it's not. It's not gone. Oh, Rossi's ran wide. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh no. Oh dear. Bacon carbonara. Bacon carbonara. Yeah, he's going to get the place back though. I think Tiddy's... now this is a test of Tiddy's patience. He's quite an aggressive guy sometimes, but I think even Tiddy knows at this stage. Just hold back, you've got 2 places. Don't go passing them. Just stay on the rear end of them and you will be passed. Yep, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Should be an easy move for him. He's well up on the back of Rossi's gearbox, so this will be a double position for him as we go on board. There we go. Wabam! Down the middle. That wasn't a ballsy move, just to point out the cars do get ghosted. But Tiddy just getting extra style points by driving through the middle of them. Meanwhile, Tess then has also taken his half-a-second penalty. He's actually had quite a rough sector, hasn't he? 3 seconds down, and Manos has now just disappeared onto the sunset. We say that though, it looked like he just made a mistake off in the distance there. Is he going to get... He's not going to get a penalty, but I could swear I saw him running wide. Let's watch him through the final chicanes. Nice line here, but he's late on the turn in there. It's hard to tell with the lag, but he should be taking quite a lot off the curb on the left there. It's quite easy to run over that curb, and then you've got a wider line onto the final apex. Taking a nice wide entry here into turn 1, and then braking at the total board. Nice sweeping line across, keeping within the track limits. Very nicely done from Manos there. I approve. Let's watch him round the start of the lap, because I think we're done with silly battles for the moment. And the lag on Manos there, just making it look a bit janky, but he's actually gone purple. Wow, I said it was good. Well, mind you, he's using the fuel. Look at him, he's revving it out. He's revving it all the way to the red line. Maybe he wants to take the fastest lap. Who knows? A bit of Greek Civil War. I think that's an oxymoron, Greek Civil War, isn't it? No, they did have a few, didn't they? Yeah, they didn't have any recent Civil Wars, but they had quite a lot back in the day. Got it out of the system nice and early. Yes, we'll not go on a history lesson according to Panic, because I'm one of the least cultured people in the world, and my understanding of history and politics is non-existent. As we see Oz getting yet another penalty, but Oz has gone actually quite a lot further on this stint. He could have been using a little bit more fuel, but I still recommend not using lots of fuel, because you'll get the time back in the pit lane. He's going to have a very short final pit stop. He might even be able to do the final stint on soft tyres. He will be thinking of that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk to the guys and someone weather radar. someone can read that during the race. I mean, I can see the weather. It's clearly not going to rain, but I can only see the weather radar if people have got it on screen. As Addy's gone a lap down here, by the way, so our first car to go down a lap, as Gaz has also got damage. These guys down at the back, we should show them a little bit more, because there is a battle going on here, Ninky versus Blackstar. So let's just keep an eye on that. Ninky in the Porsche, the 840 Porsche, the second of our two Porsches in the field tonight, and losing a fair bit of time on the corner exit there. Oh, I think he might get a penalty here, because the forbidden tarmac is on the right side of the track there. Has he got away with it? Yeah, he has. Okay, I don't always get it right, but I do know that in time trial, if you go to the right-hand side of the track there, you get in trouble. As Osman has pitted with no fuel remaining, so he's used a litre more than the last stint. Motorstorm then retakes second place. He's just put in a lap time, by the way, that is only 2/10 off the fastest lap of the race. So he has got some pace, some performance. I think he's settled down. We saw him making some mistakes that are uncharacteristic of him, but he's got himself in gear now. Still, I think our favourite is Kevin. We've not really seen much of Kevin because he's just way out in front. What battles have we got going on track then? We have got Enzo, who is slowly catching up with Rossi here. Enzo will take the lead of these guys, take the lead from these guys in the final round of pit stops at least, because he's going to have a lot more, lot less fuel to put on board, shorter pit stop. Yes, we've reached that point in the race now where we don't have we've got battles. So what I'm going to do, just for my own sanity, I'm going to try and reset the sound. I know you guys say you can hear the cars. I can't. So I'm going to quit the lobby and see if that fixes it. So I'll be, we'll be back in a minute, is what I was going to say. So do I want to quit? I don't, but I'm going to anyway. I hope that this lets me back in the lobby. I am taking a risk here. This could be the end of the video, because Gran Turismo does some weird things sometimes with joining lobbies. And I'm also just going to pause the stream as well. So I'll be back just in a minute. Go get yourself a cup of tea or some vodka or some heroin and sit down and relax. And we're back, and I've realised my mistake. I am an idiot. That's what I'm going to say. I am actually stupid. I'd accidentally sat on the volume controls on my headphones and turned the headphones down low. That's why I couldn't hear the cars and you guys could. Sorry, I should have trusted you. I know you all said that you could hear it fine, but yeah, that was the reason. There's a little volume wheel on the headphones, and I'd accidentally nudged it with my buttocks. So that's what had happened. But we're back, and I can now hear you. Well, I can hear the cars. You know, I'm actually going to turn it down ever so slightly so I can hear my own voice. The positions are all wrong at the moment here on screen. That is just because I've joined a race halfway through. Addy will probably go to the correct position in a minute. Addy there with blue flags, he'll get out of the way, he does. He's not actually in third place for anyone joining, he's a lap down, but the timing system does go a bit wacky when you join a race at half distance sometimes. So, I'm just going to take another minute or two break, just to go get myself a cup of, air quotes, water. It looks like water. It's not actually water. It's a bit stronger, but I'm just going to go and get some, okay? Because I'm quite desperate. Okay, so I'll be back with you just in a moment. And I am back, and ladies and gentlemen, let me know on the comments section what kind of water you think I'm drinking. Here's a clue. Yes, that's the sound that we all associate with opening a bottle of water. I think this water appears. It appears to be made by Guinness. It's quite interesting, isn't it? Yes. Delicious. Very hydrating. I think I might have another one of these bottles of water later in the race. As the places are still messed up, because Hoyland definitely isn't in second place. The places will sort themselves out, okay? I'll go and hit Gran Turismo with a hammer. Because Kevin is in the lead, Manos is 8th, 9th, something. Let's see what battles we have on track, though. So actual battles. So Unforgiven is still going around on mediums for some reason, despite not having the fuel economy to make the most of them. Tessa's tyres have ran out. Enzo's haven't. So throughout all of that, whilst those guys were racing really hard and I was getting my so-called water, the positions haven't really changed. So I haven't really missed anything, which is good. I did ask if someone could please put the weather radar on for me, but they have ignored me. Either that or the weather radar maybe just doesn't show up here. As we watch Gaz getting it all wrong there into Indianapolis. Let's see him through Maison Blanche. Nope. Wow, now this is difficult. What Kevin's doing here, taking the Porsche curves with no rear left tyre. He's got no fear though. He's managing to hold that car together really nicely. It's possible to do if you're just very smooth on the steering. He's so smooth on steering that you just can't tell that his rear left is shredded to pieces. He's gonna obviously pit. There we go. What kind of pit? Arm or coal? I think it's arm. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. Who's off? Who has gone off? I don't know. I can't see. Well, someone's gone off. Enzo has got past Rossi. Well, I say that. No, he was already in front of him, wasn't he? So I think Enzo must have made a mistake here as well. One consequence of me quitting the room is that I no longer get the timing splits compared to their personal best. So I can no longer act as intelligent as I was. Like, I could comment on them losing time and things, but not anymore because I don't get the information anymore because I've quit. So, yeah. So Enzo then pulling away from Rossi here because he has got fresh medium tyres. And Unforgiven then pitting at the same time as all of the people on soft tyres, but yet using the mediums. We'll see how it ends up for him at the end of the race, because one thing I will say that's nice for Unforgiven is that he has stayed out of trouble. we have seen these guys getting into all sorts of silly little scrapes. You know, Enzo particularly having problems getting through the out of position cars as a result of strategy. A 4:06, that is a poor lap. So even though I've not got the timing information, I can tell you that he's lost some time on that lap somewhere. As all of the cars in front of him now pit, Kevin has got a net 9.5 seconds over him, and I think that is going to be a proper 9.5 seconds. Doesn't look like we're going to get any rain. I would love to see some rain, but look at the sky, it looks beautiful. It's a really nice day here, yeah, we just never seem to get rain. I think the odds of rain should be increased because it just make it more exciting. It'd also ruin everyone's strategies. It would be such a middle finger to people's strategies if it just suddenly started chucking it down, and suddenly people who just made a pit stop have to make another. That'd be quite funny. So Oz then up into 4th place. His strategy coming good. We've got no timing information on the right hand side of the screen. Unfortunately, we can't see what lap times people are doing anymore. Let's try and see if there are any close battles going up and down the grid. Tiddy and Tess will probably be quite close to each other. I'm confused. Okay, Tiddy's actually out quite a way behind, so I was talking nonsense. There we go. So the gaps are quite large between these cars. Retrovine, he's not really been in the video much. His strategy putting him out there right now, just behind Rossi. I'm gutted that I quit the bloody race and lost all that timing info, and it turns out it was just my headphones were turned down. Also, Motorstorm. I was going to say Motorstorm's taken the fastest lap. It appears he has, but again, that's just a timing glitch through leaving the lobby. It's showing me the fastest lap whilst I've been in the room. Okay, that's what it's doing. It like resets the timing. So let's have a look at how the race is panning out though. So Motorstorm is out in the lead but has got to make a pit stop. He's almost certainly going to come out some distance behind Kevin. Oh wow, he's really hassling the car here. And it shows it's medium tyres, and I think that's also a glitch. I think he's actually on soft tyres because there's no way that the medium tyres would be that worn. You don't have enough fuel to wear them by that much. So I think that, again, is just Gran Turismo being weird. In fact, we know he was on soft tyres, don't we? Because we all saw it, there will be a quiz after the race. Yeah, definitely know that Kevin's on softs because he's Kevin and he isn't aware that the other tyres exist, is my theory. Never seen him take mediums. The day that I see Kevin on mediums, I will also see cats barking. He's revving it out, isn't he? He's using up that fuel. Maybe he's on an outlap according to that, according to my graphic. He's going to take the lead again now. Whoa! I thought we were going to watch a crash there. And another clean-up in aisle 5, please. Kevin has shattered all over the track. Yes, he managed to hold it. But I don't think I would have held that. That would have been a crashy crash for me. Let's see, I wonder if he's going to try and set a fastest lap because he's that far in front that he can. He is still short shifting though. Let's also go off board. Yeah, actually, I forgot I've not got the bloody timing info. Oh, very wide there, but he's just managed to keep it in. Yeah, I've not got the timing info, so I have no idea if that was a good sector or not. For some reason, I've got timing info for Enzo. And Enzo's been in the barrier as well, so we are going to see a slow sector from him. He's gone and bashed his car up. Motorstorm now behind Enzo, but bearing in mind that Enzo still has to pit. They are off sync with strategy here. Just taking another sip of my water. Is damage on high? I think it is, because I don't see that car repairing itself. If damage is on on low, then the car will fix itself. So I think this is going to force him into a pit stop here. The pit mechanics are out down the pit lane. I can see they have got a new front bumper for Enzo, as well as a driving for dummies book to prevent him from doing it again. He is going to have to pit because this will be costing him a lot of top speed. Hitting 160 there at the end of the straight. Let's just see what other people are. We see Motorstorm losing his temper with himself for getting a penalty. And actually Osman right on Motorstorm as well. So as Motorstorm made a mistake, and is that his way of signalling his dissatisfaction for his own driving? Calm down, my friend, you are still in a good position. Second is still good, it's right after first. Let's see what speed he reaches. So there's 160, 162, 163, 164. So Enzo losing at least 4 miles an hour, maybe even more than that. So that damage will be costing Enzo quite dearly. And yes, it's not repaired itself either. I do wonder if it's real damage, because I don't trust anything that Gran Turismo shows me. We've got the weather radar! Ah! Yes, thank you, Motorstorm. We've got the weather radar, and it shows that there's no rain. Oh, there's rain! No, oh no. It's blue track behind the radar. This track was blue behind the radar. I got so excited. Like, the colour of the curb was exactly the same colour as the bottom bar of the radar. Oh, come on. Gran Turismo, don't play with me like this. As we see then, Oz might have half a chance here to reel in Motorstorm. But it is just half a chance, because it was only a half a second penalty and he was a bit too far back. But he is now in the slipstream range of Motorstorm. Motorstorm is on soft tyres though, yeah, they will have more grip. He's lost a lot of time through here though. I thought he was going wide then as well. He just had to backtrack. He wasn't going wide. He was at, that looked wide. That looked wide from Motorstorm. He's pushing, isn't he? He is pushing. He's got away with it. Look how close he was to the grass there. He's going for this. Taking all of the curb there. That's the line to take through there. You saw how much curb he took. That's what I've been saying for the other guys to do. There you go. Perfect example. Doesn't get a penalty for it because it's within track limits. Very, very nicely driven. Enzo is staying out. I think he's basically just said, you know what? I can't afford the pit stop. You know, I've seen the team boss is at the end of the pit lane with a giant paddle and a ball gag. So I think Enzo's in a bit of trouble when he pits. For damaging the car, he's going to get punished. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to get in trouble, aren't I, for my commentary? But who gives a flying fuck, right? I click the button that says this isn't made for kids, right? When I load the videos. Right, there's a button that I have to click that says this is not made for kids. No, it's not, right? Unforgiven then in 5th place. I said he would fall down the order once this extra fuel he's using kicks in. I think it's starting to show. He's used more fuel than everyone else, and it's just cost him positions. His qualifying was very good though, gotta say. It was the surprise of the day to see him up there in 3rd place in qualifying, and a very well done. as Manos then started to find his rhythm a bit, still collecting penalties like their trading cards, and Mr. Tickles has never really got going in this race. He's had flashes of brilliance, but some inconsistency creeping in as well. What happened to Tiddy? That's a question. He was right up there, and now he's not. So something must have happened to him to be down in 10th place. He was at one stage in 4th, so not quite sure where it all went wrong. We need a montage and a flashback in sepia, and a sad song playing, and he looks despondently at the floor. He takes a sip of red wine, and he tells us where it all went wrong. It all went wrong as I was a young boy, and I was heading down into Arnage, and I forgot to brake, something like that. We've only got half an hour left, you'll be pleased to hear, and then you can go and do other more important things like have a bath or eat pizza. Guess you could be eating pizza right now. If you're eating pizza right now, don't tell me, because it'll just make me jealous. This race always happens right when I want to be eating my dinner. I tend to have my dinner at 8 o'clock. I could just have my dinner earlier, but I'm quite a stickler for routine. So it means I'm having my dinner at 10 o'clock tonight. Oh well. What did they say about sleeping on calories? As we see Motorstorm then reeling in Enzo here. This should be an easy pass if Enzo's really got that damage that he's got. And I think he has got the damage, because look at the car crabbing slightly. And this is just going to be an easy move round the... down the inside. I was going to say round the inside. Yes, English isn't my first language. I'm from Yorkshire, okay? We struggle even with basics sometimes. As Motorstorm then takes second place. Kevin's still out in lead, but and by the way, this is how half of my family talk, so this is actually just how I were raised, talking like this. Should do rest at stream talking like this, shouldn't I? It comes naturally to me. I'm not actually doing a voice there, it's literally how I was taught to talk. And Enzo's given up and decided, yep, I'm going to fix that car. The manager now has that paddle ready, and he's gesturing to his lap, and Enzo knows he's going to get told off for damaging the front bumper. We didn't see how he did it. We'll have to go back and do a replay specifically of Enzo crashing. I'll tell you why I have to do this live. It's because Gran Turismo can't do a 2-hour replay. It's not possible to share a 2-hour replay. As Unforgiven back up into 4th place. Don't think he'll keep it though, because look, he's only got half a tank of fuel, so he's out of sync. Then we've got Tess, who's also going to get past Enzo. Tess has been having a battle here with Enzo, hasn't he, though? Again, it's not going to be a real battle, though, because he's got half a tank of fuel. What else is going on? Rossi getting it all wrong there. Terrible. Absolutely rubbish. No offence. He'll agree. He'll be like, yeah, I didn't meet the apex. Or whatever accent he's got. Yeah. I didn't meet the apex there. What kind of accent's that? I don't know. Pirate, I think. Yar, I didn't meet the apex. We sail at dawn. My accents are crap. Tiddy then is up into 8th, but again, he's not going to stay there. Cause again, like, people are just out of sync with the strategy, aren't they? Let's pick up Motorstorm, because he's got that weather radar on, so I can see that there's still going to be no rain. It ain't going to rain. At this point, I'd just be happy if it just chucks it down for the last lap. That would be really funny. As long as it starts chucking it down, the moment that Alex crosses the pit lane entry, Again, you can get excited when you see a bit of grey behind the radar there, but it is just the colour of the barrier. Kevin is pretty much out on his own here, and our runaway winner, but I don't think he's got it sewn up, because he does this, doesn't he? He just goes flat out, but makes more pit stops than everyone else. So he has got probably an extra pit stop on some of the guys. Motorstorm then, a pretty safe second. He's managed to pull a decent gap there on Oz Man, and actually he's got more fuel than Oz as well. So he's just going to increase the size of that gap. Oh, he got all out of shape there, didn't he? Getting a big old kick coming out of that corner, as Oz manages to go a whole lap without a penalty. Wow. Who'd have thought? Well, he's not actually made it to the end of the lap yet, so let's not count our chickens. Or whatever kind of bird. Let's not count them. As he enters into the Porsche curves, let's watch his line. Pushing it to the limit here. He's had to get off the accelerator there, but not a bad effort, not a bad effort. Now you want to be aiming for those RMC signs there to widen out the track as much as possible. Again, not bad, pretty alright that. I would give you a high five, a Panic at the Tesco official high five. Yeah, very nice line there. Is he going to use? Yeah, he's used a bit of curb. He's gone for that sausage there. And got himself a penalty. So he didn't go a whole lap without a penalty. It didn't happen. He's managed to get a penalty on almost every lap as Oz. Be interesting to say. Let's say that half a second penalty is worth a second because of the slowing down and the speeding up. So if you got 20 of those in this race, you would be 20 seconds down. That's definitely going to be at least a position. As Unforgiven comes over the line on a 4:04, so some way off the pace of Kevin, but each to their own strategy. Maybe has he decided to start short shifting? Don't know. Maybe he knows what he's doing. Maybe he's got a secret strategy that we don't know. As Manos comes into the pit lane, Tess. Now this is interesting actually. So Tess has managed to gain a couple of laps of fuel over Manos here. I thought they had roughly the same pit stops, making the same pit stops at the same time. So Tess has managed to pull out a good 3 or 4, I think 3 laps of fuel extra there. Actually no, it's going to be 2, isn't it? 2 laps of fuel extra compared to Manos. And this could be the final pit stop for Manos. He might be able to make it to the end now. That's certainly what he'll have in his mind. With 25 minutes left, that is going to be 5 laps according to my maths. So can he get 5 laps out of a set of softs? Of course he can. But the real question is, has anyone managed to save a pit stop? And I think the most likely person will be Oz. He still has to pit, obviously, but I think he's going to be able to put on the soft tyres on this final stint. That's what I'm just going to sort of mind meld that message to him. Oz, put on a set of softs now. Alright? Because you've only got to go 5 more laps. Motorstorm getting another penalty. It even happens to the best of us. Well, I haven't seen any penalties for Kevin, have we? But Motorstorm getting one. And I know what his one-word answer is going to be if we ask him how this race went. If we got a microphone, put it up to his face at the end of the race and go, so then, Motorstorm, how did this race go? He's going to say something quite fruity, I guarantee you. Because this isn't his normal, very polished standard. Not used to seeing penalties, not seeing him getting out wide and having lots of moments and things. But he's also going to have to pit again. He's going to have to do 2 laps at the end of the race, unfortunately. That's what I mean about suboptimum strategy. What's the point of doing 2 laps? But Kevin does also have to pit again as well. But I would say Kevin has almost certainly won this. Right, everyone else has to make a pit stop. Is there anyone who doesn't? Enzo... Oh, Enzo might be able to make it to the end, but he is 2 minutes off the lead, so he ain't going to win from there. But he could definitely go past Tiddy. He's probably going to go past Rossi and Tess, but I think he's not going to get past Unforgiven. That is my prediction. He's going to be just behind Unforgiven, as we saw someone photo-bombing the camera there. Further down, we've got a big gap back to Hoyland, and it's going to be even bigger when he pits, because he hasn't pitted and Manos has. Manos is also going to gain a few places here as well. Oh no, he's not, because he's 30 odd seconds behind. So he's had a bit of a bad afternoon, hasn't he? But it didn't. I don't understand where it came from, because he was in the top 5 and now he's 30 odd seconds behind. And that is a net 30 seconds as well, because Enzo has pitted. So yeah, interesting. We've got Retrovine, who's not really made the headlines. Minky then is a whole minute behind. And another 30 seconds down to Gaz, and another 40 seconds down to Addy. Addy struggling the most out of all of us here, just setting his personal best there at 4:07. 4:07's a good car, but it's a bad lap time. That's what I'd say. As we watch the master Kevin, he is going to win this by some margin, isn't he? As Motorstorm, look at him, he's angry. He is angry, look at this. I'm just going to say, I shouldn't interfere. Oh no! He's crashed, and I was too busy sending a message. Oh, and he's taken the corners off the car. He's absolutely smashed up the car. He's not happy, is he? Either that, or he's having a seizure and we need to call an ambulance. It's not going to cost him that much, though. That's the thing, mate. That's the thing. Just calm down. You're making me dizzy. You're making me sick. I can't see what's happening. Right. I think I'm going to be sick. Oh, he's doing it again. Okay, well, meanwhile, Unforgiven is unaware that all of this is happening. He's no idea. He literally doesn't realise, though, that you're still on for second place, my friend. I don't know whether he got that damage from the spin that I didn't witness. Because I didn't witness it because I was busy writing that message. I don't know, but yeah, come on, mate. You've still got Alex, even despite the spin. Oh, it's like he's given up, hasn't it? But yeah, you've still got this, mate. You've still got this. Meanwhile, we see a pass here for position. This is Osman getting past Rossi. Rossi still has to pit, so Oz has easily got this. They are not on the same. They're not in the same race. Well, they're both human. They're the human race, but they're not on the same race on track. Enzo, I said, would get past some of these guys, and yeah, he's gonna be in 5th place after all of this. He might even get his way past Unforgiven. I did say Unforgiven would be in a bad position, but oh, and Unforgiven has got past Motorstorm, but you can still get him. You can still get him, mate. It is Alex at the end of the day. Just say that to yourself. Just say, don't worry, mate. It's just Alex. You can get him. You are going to have a quicker pit stop than him. You know what though? I know Motorstorm as a person, and the antics and the penalty and all of that stuff. It'll just be making his blood boil, won't it? Right? He'll just be so annoyed. But I really hope he doesn't get a penalty on the pit entrance now. Oh, and he's very close there. He might. But he'll. That's the thing. He needs to see that 11 litres and go, oh, maybe I've got a chance. He's got a lot of damage to repair, but just take the better tyres, and you are faster than Alex. I am sure Alex will agree with that as well. The big benefactor of all of this is going to be Osman. I did say that if Oz can just hold this together, and he did put on the softs. He heard me through the Welsh valleys. He's got traction control on. What a wuss. But look at that, he is second, and I thought he would be on for a good result because of that strategy. Pitting one less time than everyone else has paid off. All right, yes, Kevin has just done a usual Kevin of taking the wrong strategy, just being insanely fast. No penalties that I've seen for Kevin. Maybe he might have had one here or there, as Enzo gets another penalty. So Enzo then out in front of Motorstorm, who is he's filled the car up actually. So I don't know why he's put so much fuel in. Is he going for the fastest lap? I don't know, but he's got 17 minutes now to do something about that 10-second lead of Unforgiven, and then they've both got to try and catch up to Enzo, who is a further 12 seconds down the road. I don't think Motorstorm can do that. He is fast, but don't think he's going to reel in that sort of gap. So I think Motorstorm's best result here is unfortunately going to be fourth, but he was never going to get Osman. Osman just had the better strategy, so his disaster that he's had has only cost him one place actually, even despite the tantrum there. I think he can definitely get onto the back of Unforgiven. He'll see that he's gaining on him. Interestingly, that he's taken more fuel so that he doesn't have to fuel save. He is still fuel saving for some reason. Don't know why. I'll tell you what, Alex definitely won't be Unforgiven. Let's see what happened to other people's. Rossi got a 3-second penalty in the pit lane. Oh dear, and that's going to give Tiddy a good chance here to get past, but Tiddy himself has got a penalty as well. What is the most commonly used word in this stream? I'll give you a clue. It begins with P. P-E-N-I-S. Penalty, not anything else. It's a penalty. More penalties in this race than in the World Cup, and that's saying something. It's more penalties than a Manchester derby, as Oz consolidating his second place. He's a wise man, he is. The only driver, in my opinion, to have the right strategy. It's just a shame that he also had quite a few adventures, particularly early on at the start of the race. Are we about to see his first lap without any penalties? No, because we're not going to watch it. As Enzo takes a 1-second penalty, this is going to bring Unforgiven ever so slightly closer. How much closer can he get though? Let's see. 10.1, 9.5, 9.1. Well, Motorstorm has to take that half a second, but after this it is pure speed from Motorstorm. Yeah, so that gap now down to 7.7 seconds, 7.5 seconds. Unforgiven can smell something. He can smell something quite peculiar off in the distance. And that smell is the fear coming out of Enzo's armpits as he hunts him down. It's now down to 6.6 seconds. My job now just becomes reading numbers well, I was about to say has Enzo made another mistake, but he hasn't. He's just losing time left, right and centre here. He will be seeing that time himself. And maybe panicking just a little bit at the Tesco as Motorstorm now, the gap 9.5 seconds, but he knows that he's got rid of his penalty and it's all go from here. We are going to have 3 more laps, ladies and gentlemen, 3 more laps. Let's see then. I'll tell you what, Kevin might even have 4 more laps. He might actually have to do an extra lap. He'll be that far in front. Doesn't count as lapping the field, but it just means, you know, if he crosses the line before 2 hours is up, then he has to do yet another lap. If I was him, I'd just slow down. There we go. That's the Motorstorm we know. He is going for it. He's only managed to take 1/10 of a second out of Unforgiven despite going purple. So just tells you Unforgiven is also going for it. Man, he was taking another 1/10 of a second here, just having a much better run out of Tete Rouge. 168 miles an hour, 169, 170. He is, he's 4 or 5 miles an hour faster than Alex through there. He hooks up that apex perfectly. He's pulled himself together, hasn't he? He is now taking time out of Unforgiven. He's dropped a bit of time there though through the chicane, but it should be enough, I think. If he keeps gaining at that pace, he will be on Unforgiven by the end, and Unforgiven will be on Enzo, because Unforgiven has taken yet more time out of him. He's on the soft tyres as well. Enzo on the mediums, and the mediums are going to be quite well worn as well. More worn than my frilly knickers. Look at the about 25% worn. They start to go off the edge of the cliff at about 50%, or not off the edge of the cliff, sorry, but they start to get a bit of deg, a bit of noticeable lap time loss at about 50%. And look at how much he's short shifting as well. Enzo's maybe having to really watch that fuel gauge. He had a strategy that fell apart because of that damage that he got earlier in the race, having to pit earlier than he wanted to, and he might even be powerless to do anything against Unforgiven. He might have already just resigned himself here to 4th place, but what he might not realise is just how close Motorstorm is behind. And I will say another nice thing to Unforgiven here. I was ranting about how many penalties people were getting. Have we seen Unforgiven getting any penalties? No, we haven't. Has it given him a good race result? Yes, it has. See, all the lower league drivers who are watching this, I say this with sincerity, and I say this as a serious point. It's time to get serious. Right, is focus on consistency before speed. It's a lot easier to lose time than it is to gain time. Mr. Unforgiven has not been the fastest driver tonight. He hasn't, of course he hasn't. But he has been incredibly consistent and has not got any penalties, not that I've seen. The result is that he is about to take 3rd place in this race. If he'd have got the same strategy as Osman, he would have been in 2nd place. So there you go. It's just Osman's strategy, not his driving, that has given him 2nd place. And that's what I'm paid for as a commentator. Not that I'm paid anything. as I move on to my second can of water here. I really do like water. We are going to have 3 more laps from here, much to Enzo's chagrin. That's a good word, isn't it? Chagrin. Much to his behest. The blood is in the water. The writing's on the wall. And Alex actually having to slow down there to avoid running into Enzo. But Alex just knows at this stage, unforgiven we should call him, that it's just a waiting game. He's gaining so much on Enzo that he doesn't have to pass him now. He doesn't have to pass him in the next corner. He can wait. He's got that much extra pace. Meanwhile, we see Motorstorm getting a penalty. How did I know that? I saw the lap time, 7 seconds, the gap. I saw it go up, and Motorstorm again twitching the car there in frustration. But he definitely won't have realised that Enzo is slow. I don't want to influence the race result. Oh, he went on the forbidden tarmac. He went on the forbidden tarmac. I wish I could say something to him, but I can't influence the race. I can't. I have to stay impartial. He doesn't realise that he's probably catching Enzo massively. He doesn't realise it. In fact, he's got another frigging penalty. Just demonstrating how unfair the penalty system is in Gran Turismo. You do get massive penalties for it, but Enzo's got more damage. Enzo's thrown it away. We didn't see it, and here we have the 2 most angry people about to race each other on track, unaware of how disappointed each other are. And you know what? The clouds are coming as well, aren't they? There's a bit of cloud in the air, but there's nothing on the radar. So, yeah, there we go. So, Motorstorm gets his way past Enzo, but he's got 3.5 second penalty. But these two, they can actually race each other. Is he trying to get more penalties? Mate, that is exactly how you get them. But yes, he could have definitely caught up with Unforgiven. I think he's just lost his head just a little bit. He'll find it again on top of his shoulders at some point. Yeah, he's about to take this penalty. There we go. I think that penalty counted down slower than 3.5 seconds. But he has got a shot here at Enzo. Let's be honest. Is anyone else having battles on track? You know, we've been talking about this, but well, you know what? No one else. No, there's no one else doing anything interesting. As Unforgiven then up into 3rd place and relatively safe with it. Enzo now has a battle on his hands here to hold off Motorstorm. That will be the last battle of the race, and look at Motorstorm, he's just devouring him. Absolutely. So Enzo with not enough fuel. Motorstorm's got himself another penalty. He's not bothering with track limits, is he though? Oh no, and it's gone to his head. It has, it's gone to his head. Mate, 4th is higher than 5th. Take it, take it. 4th is higher than 5th. Yeah, and we'll just watch this now. Yeah. I think he's going to lose another place very easily here. Tess is just going to come through and have him as well, and probably Manos as well. I don't understand it. I would always try and look on the bright side. Like, there's a lot of people here who would be really happy with 4th place, yeah, it could have even been third, I think, if he hadn't have had the moment there, the explosive diarrhea, I'm going to call it. That's what we're seeing here, is just some new unfounded form of diarrhea. I hope he doesn't take out Tess, because that would be just unforgivable. Nah, he may be frustrated, but he's still a sound guy. He's a very nice lad, so he's not taking it on Tess. But yeah. It's made its way into the video, Motorstorm. So you're having your time on camera, yeah. So we now have one more lap to go. Once Kevin crosses the line, he won't get an extra lap in because there's 4 minutes to go, and he's halfway around the lap. So yeah, I think this will be the last one. Sorry, no, the next one will be the last one, with Osman then in second place, all on his own, all by himself in his little cottage in Wales, followed by Unforgiven, who he's earned his third place just by not getting into any shenanigans. And again, I said, you know, with some sincerity, that is how you get a good result. You just stay out of trouble and do your best. Enzo will attest to that as well, with damage on his car right now. Now the question is, can Tess catch Enzo? That is a question. Tess has got more fuel. The tyres will be starting to look a bit angry, but he's only got to do one more lap on them. He's got to gain 16 seconds on that lap, but he is fighting against a wounded Ferrari here of Enzo, as, by the way, Motorstorm continuing to fall down the order here. I think he's just coasting round, isn't he? Giving up. So we'll not follow him, because I think it's just distasteful when someone's having an episode to follow them. Yes, it's a bit of a shame, and you know, the size of Osman's head after this race is going to be quite concerning. It might start pulling the moon out of orbit. So we'll have to watch out for that one. Watch out for freak tidal waves off the coast of Japan. As Osman's head inflates. That definitely confirms that it's going to be the last lap for... Oh, you know what? Kevin's got damage! Kevin, what have you done? You've gone and hit the barrier. Oh dear, 7 seconds lost. Osman could win this race. Nah, I'm talking nonsense. Osman can't win anything. I'm joking. He could win a raffle if he had the only ticket. That's what I'd say. Everyone gets roasted, okay? Everyone gets roasted like a chestnut. Right, let's see then what's happening. Oh, there's a yellow flag up ahead for some reason. Has Enzo been off again? No, he hasn't, because there's only a 14-second gap back to Tess. Now, I do wonder though if Tess can do this. Is he going to get blue flags? Is Addy going to move out of the way? Well, that's one way of moving out of the way. Is he going to... Yeah, he just slows down. Very good. Very good. High five. Yeah, I think it's too far back, obviously, for Tess to catch Enzo. He's going to gain some time on him, especially on the straights. And the final lap flag is out for everyone. So I get to go and have my supper in a minute. I better go get the oven on. As Oz just gets another penalty just for the fun of it. No one took the fastest lap off Kevin, so it is... well, it's almost full points to Kevin. He doesn't get a triple here for getting pole position. That does go to our Motorstorm, who's already crossed the line, actually. it'll be out of the lobby already. We've got 6 people watching. I wonder if that's the people who've crossed the line. They've just already gone and watched. I don't think I'm that worth watching, am I? I'm trying to find a story to talk about for the end of the race here. Like, is there anything going to happen? Oh no, I thought that was a battle for position. Then it's not. Gaz is a lap down. The Porsches haven't done too well tonight, have they? That's one of them there in 15th, and the other one is Ninky, who was 13th. Not so good there. Hoyland crosses the line, and Tiddy, though, is, I think, going to win the League 2 battle. Tiddy's race also unfolding a little bit. He's been in the battles as well. He's gone and curbed his front left wheel at the looks of it. Tiddy was doing really well, so I think he's just maybe he lost focus as the race has gone on, because he was up there, and he ain't no more. As Kevin crosses the line to win the race, and as I said, we don't have the Greek national anthem on my MP3 player. But I do have Summer Nights from Greece, from Greece. So we're all going to sing that instead. You know. Oh, why is it quit? What? Yay! It says I won. I won. Woohoo! I don't know what's going on there. Right. Okay. It didn't let everyone reach the finish line for some reason. Does it at least say the race result? Yes. It still says running. Okay. Well, we're just going to have to watch it here. I don't understand what's happened. Bug, maybe? Does it... I mean, I go to spectate and there's no one out on track. So... Me don't know what happened. Maybe something to do with me leaving the room. But it definitely still says running, and that is the right order. Let's see if Tess goes past Enzo. Kevin being the only driver to go below 4 minutes. So doesn't get you any extra points. It doesn't get you anything at all. But it's worth saying, isn't it? Yes, so I think we are going to wrap up the stream. It is 20 minutes past 10. I am bloody hungry, and I'm going to go back now and watch the real Le Mans. If you are in the UK, you can watch it on Quest on Sky. It's channel 140 in HD, and I think it's 141 not in HD. So it's just come back on. It's on until 5 a.m. So it's time to go and do some coke. Sorry, drink some coke. Wrong verb there. And party until 5 a.m. watching Le Mans. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Reward me with a like, subscribe, but most importantly, £500 to my PayPal would be great. I will see you next time I bother to do a commentary, or next time I bother to do... I'll see you on Tuesday. I'll see you on Tuesday. Come back and watch me do some driving. There we go. I'll do some driving for you Tuesday. Fuji GR2. It'll be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So come back then and watch me then. Thanks and good night.